There are thousands of tools on Amazon, but hidden among them are some seriously impressive new tools that most people have never seen before. Today, we're uncovering a lineup of innovative tools designed to make everyday jobs quicker, cleaner, and more efficient. Bossy Tools Shovel. Finished a day of digging, only to realize your wrist did most of the work? The Boss Tools ergonomic shovel takes a different approach by using a rotating center handle that can be positioned in 16 settings. That lets you adjust the grip to suit the task and your body position, with testing cited by the product indicating up to 50% less wrist twisting. At 51 inches long and about 5.5 pounds, it balances reach with manageable weight. For landscapers, gardeners, and anyone moving soil regularly, it's a thoughtful redesign of a familiar tool. Ryobi Brad Nailer. Why bother setting up a compressor and air hose just to handle a few small finish nailing tasks? The Ryobi cordless brad nailer brings the fastening system into the tool itself, using airstrike technology to eliminate the need for an external air supply. A single charge can drive up to 1,900 nails, even into hardwood, while tool-free depth adjustment helps keep nail heads properly seated without damaging the surface. At about 6 pounds, it's manageable for trim and woodworking projects. For around $133, it's a practical choice when mobility matters as much as speed. Rigid EZ. Tried to get at a faucet nut and realized your regular wrench simply couldn't reach it? Rigid's EZ multifunction wrench is built specifically around those awkward under-sink jobs. Instead of carrying separate tools, its combination of inserts and sizes lets you work on common faucet nuts, shutoff valves, and sink strainers with one compact design. Reinforced plastic helps keep the body durable, while aluminum components keep the tool relatively light and easier to maneuver in tight spaces. For faucet installation and repair, the roughly $25 price buys convenience where access is usually the biggest problem. Works W X2 40L Screwdriver. There's no need to haul out a heavy-duty drill for a job that just needs a couple of screws fastened in a tight corner. The Works WX240L is a compact electric screwdriver designed for exactly those situations. Its 3 speed settings give you more control when working with delicate hardware, while the lightweight ergonomic body is easier to hold during repetitive tasks. USB-C charging keeps it convenient, and 2 built-in LED lights help illuminate dark corners. With 12 interchangeable bits included and a price of about $55, it's well suited for furniture, assembly, electronics, and everyday household repairs. Kindle Super Carver. Wouldn't it be great to carve wood using an angle grinder without constantly battling it for stability? The Kindle Super Carver turns a standard 115 or 125mm grinder into a dedicated wood carving tool. Its round carbide cutters work in multiple directions, while openings around the disc let you see exactly where the cutting edge meets the wood. The 115mm cutting diameter gives you a useful working area, and the replaceable carbide inserts help keep the tool practical over time. For sculptors, woodworkers, and detail carving, it's a clever way to get more control from a familiar machine. At around $140, it's a specialized investment, but sometimes precision starts with simply seeing the cut. SOG Sync Belt Buckle. How many times have you needed a screwdriver or pair of pliers for a 5-minute fix, but had nothing within reach? That's the gap the SOG Sync Belt Buckle is designed to fill. Instead of carrying another multi-tool in your pocket, this stainless steel buckle turns your belt into a compact tool platform with 11 functions. Its layout lets you reach individual tools without having to deploy the pliers first, which makes quick adjustments more convenient. For maintenance workers, hobbyists, and people who spend time outdoors, that accessibility can be useful. At roughly $55, it's less about carrying more and more about carrying smarter. Craig Drill Guide. Have you ever aimed for a perfectly straight hole with a handheld drill only to end up with a slightly angled result? The Craig Drill Guide gives you a simple way to improve that control without buying a drill press. 6 hardened steel guide bushings support bits from 1/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch, helping keep the bit aligned as it enters the material. At just around 9 inches, it's compact enough for a crowded workshop and useful for hardware installation, doweling, and general drilling. For do-it-yourselfers and professionals alike, it adds repeatable accuracy to a familiar tool. At roughly $50, it's a small accessory with a very practical purpose, keeping your holes where you intended them. Ruby Hole Marker. Ever outlined where a pipe should go on a tile, only to realize the finished hole was a few millimeters off target? The Ruby Hole Marker is designed to transfer those positions more accurately before you make the cut. You anchor it against a reference corner, then position its circular template exactly where the opening needs to go. With a reach of up to 45 centimeters, it can handle a wide range of tile layouts, including plumbing and electrical cutouts. For tile installers, that means less measuring and fewer costly mistakes. At around $40, it's a simple tool built around one valuable idea: measure once, cut with confidence. Telesteps ladders. Ever had to leave a ladder at home simply because it was too much of a hassle to carry? Telesteps solves that with a telescoping design that collapses into a compact form, then extends when you need more height. Its one-touch release system makes adjusting the ladder straightforward, while aircraft-grade aluminum keeps the structure strong without making it unnecessarily cumbersome. Residential models start around $200, with professional versions reaching about $900. For homeowners with limited storage or contractors moving between jobs, the compact design can make setup and transportation much easier. The real advantage is simple: useful height without the usual bulk. Wagner Smart Roller. Stop interrupting your flow. Let the paint follow the roller, not the other way around. Wagner's Smart Roller puts the reservoir inside the handle, allowing paint to feed directly into the roller as you work. That eliminates the need to repeatedly reach for a separate tray, and can make long wall sections easier to tackle. A single fill covers up to roughly 21 square meters, depending on application and surface conditions. The ergonomic design also keeps the tool comfortable to handle during extended use. At about $50, it's particularly useful for do-it-yourself painters who want fewer interruptions and a more controlled painting routine. Bionic wrench. Worn nuts. Slipping wrenches. Bruised knuckles. Sound familiar? The bionic wrench approaches the problem by gripping the fastener across 6 sides instead of relying on a narrow contact point. That spreads the load more evenly, helping reduce the chance of rounding damaged edges. Its hardened steel construction is built for repeated use, while padded handles make sustained work easier on the hands. Available in 6-inch and 8-inch versions, it's useful for automotive repairs, maintenance, and stubborn hardware. At around $50, it's a practical reminder: better contact can mean fewer headaches. Tomahawk digital tape. Still writing measurements on scraps of paper and hoping you don't lose one? The Tomahawk Digital Tape T1 brings the recording process into the tool itself. It measures with claimed accuracy down to 0.5 millimeters and can store more than 1,000 measurements, reducing manual note-taking and transcription mistakes. An integrated laser also helps establish precise reference points, while the companion app lets you share measurements, notes, and calculations from your phone. For contractors, installers, and survey-heavy projects, that digital workflow can save time. At around $260, it's expensive for a tape measure, but it's really designed as a measurement system. Makita Area Light. One wrong move. One tipped over light. One job site plunged into darkness. Makita's Area Light is built to stay useful even when the work gets rough. Its self-righting design can return to an upright position after being knocked down, while 3 operating modes and 3 lighting ranges let you match the beam to the task. It can run from a battery or cord, and multiple units can be linked for larger areas. For contractors working late or in unfinished spaces, that flexibility matters. At around $100, it's less about basic illumination and more about dependable job site coverage. Metabo HPT Brad Nailer. This tiny tool hits harder than you think. The Metabo HPT Brad Nailer weighs just 2.2 pounds, but drives nails like a pro in seconds. Tap, perfect finish every time. Adjust depth instantly, no mocks, no mess. Twist. Pros have trusted it for 12 years straight. So what could you build with it? 2U Electric Spin Scrubber. Cleaning your bathroom feels like a workout? Not anymore. The 2U Electric Spin Scrubber spins at 450 revolutions per minute and wipes out grime in seconds. Just press a button. It scrubs for you. Reach high, reach low, no bending. Here's the twist. It cuts cleaning time in half. I can't believe I'm only finding out about this now. DeWalt 20V Max 10R. Oscillating multi-tool cordless. This tool doesn't spin. It vibrates insanely fast. The DeWalt 20V Max XR multi-tool reaches up to 20,000 oscillations per minute. It can slice, scrape, cut almost anything. Fast, change blades in seconds. No tools required. The real twist, it cuts sharply even in the dark. So, do you already have one at home? Floor scrub brush with long handle. This isn't a normal broom. It's a cleaning weapon. The floor scrub brush blasts through dirt like it was never there. One swipe, scrape and wipe at the same time. Spin the head, it reaches every hidden corner. No bending, no back pain. Just extend it and go. Twist, it cleans floors, walls, even outdoor grime. WEN 6528 3.8 amp electric hand planer. Wood turns smooth in seconds, but this tool looks harmless. Meet the WEN 6528 electric hand planer. It unleashes 32,000 cuts per minute, shaving rough wood into glass-like smoothness inside. A spinning blade eats tiny layers with every pass, and it only weighs 4.3 pounds, lighter than a laptop bag. One slip, and it changes everything. But the real question is, can you control that kind of power? SteamFast Digital Steam Iron. I absolutely must own one of these machines. This isn't ironing, it's instant transformation. The SteamFast SF680 heats up in just 3 minutes and blasts wrinkles like they never existed. One press, fabric turns flat and sharp. Big surface, whole shirt in seconds. Just pick a setting, silk, cotton, anything. Twist, stubborn wrinkles don't stand a chance. Saker Profile Measuring Instrument. This really surprised me. This tool can copy any shape in seconds, perfectly. Meet the Saker Contour Gauge. Press it once, and it molds to curves like magic. Pipes, corners, weird edges, captured instantly. Lock it in. Trace it. Done. It's a 10-inch shape-stealing genius. One wrong cut used to ruin everything. Now it's foolproof. What would you copy first? Saker beveling machine. This tool turns rough wood edges smooth in seconds. Meet the Saker schaumförplane. It swaps in 6 cutter heads for fast edge trimming. Just glide it along wood and it shaves perfect corners. Even beginners get clean results instantly. I had never heard of this tool before.